All right, morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through today. First day in November. Hey, can you handle it? Thanks for tuning in live as well, all of you around the country today. Hey, mine too. Everybody's birthday month in November. Rob's is today. Mine's tomorrow. Jane's was on Sunday. So the whole team, and as you said, lots of people here. November's a popular month. I think if we work it back, it goes back to Valentine's Day, doesn't it? We know where the trouble started on Valentine's Day, 14th of February. Anyway, I'm very glad that you're here today. If this is your first time, I'm excited to share with you what we're doing with DuePoint. DuePoint is moving around South Africa at the moment at an incredible speed, and it's just becoming more exciting by the day. And the fact that we've only got 29 days left until the end of basically the year, because you know from the 1st of December, it's like Pooza Thursday for 31 days. Nobody knows where nothing is. It's really just 30 days left, 29 days left in this year of 2017, and then it's 2018. We go on holiday and we come back, it's 2018. So we've got lots to talk about. I'm going to spend 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes with you talking about DuePoint this morning. And I'm hoping that we can impart some of the energy and excitement we have about what's occurring in South Africa with DuePoint today. So firstly, DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both a licensed and registered life and short-term insurance company, and we of course are listed on the JSE. You can look us up under Conduit Capital. We were first founded in 1952, so we are 66 years old as of next year. So this is not a new startup. This division is relatively new. We started about 2 years ago, but the company is, as I said, 6.5 decades old. We are, of course, as I say, a registered and authorized financial services provider. There's our FSP number over there. Spend some time looking us up online if you're not in Joburg. If you are, come and look at all of our licenses and certificates as they stand on our right next to our front door on the wall before you leave today. The most important aspect of DuePoint, though, ladies and gentlemen, and I've got more recently it's become more important, is that we are a homegrown South African company. You're going to find all of us as the staff here in this building Monday through Saturday. We all live in South Africa. You can always find us right here in Joburg. We're not one of these things that kind of comes and goes, and there seems to be a lot of that at the moment. I think taking advantage of our weakened economy, we have all these people coming in from the outside and trying desperately to take more of our money. That's not what we do here at DuePoint. We want you to be comfortable with us as a company and comfortable with us as a team. We will work hand in hand with you as a team as you work forward with DuePoint, so you'll get to know us very well. Firstly, there's me, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here. Next to me is Tim. He's our banking expert. And then we've got Stacey, who is our auditing expert. The three of us are chartered accountants. I've been in the industry for nearly 20 years. Tim's been in banking for 15 years. We've got Jane over here and Rob. Jane is our direct selling expert, been involved in the direct selling space for about a quarter of a century, 25 years. And then we've got Rob over here. He's our design guy, worked in the insurance and financial services space for the last 20 years in the marketing and advertising space of financial services. So we've got all the skills that are here, but that are required, but the most important aspect of this team is that we're here. This is a South African company with a South African team, and you can find us at any time. So what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, we have two objectives, but our primary objective, the one we are most passionate about, and the one on which this entire business was built, is that we want to put in the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use and that they can control to create reliable and stable income. Right now in our current state, our current economy, each of us as individuals are working a job. A job gives us no control over our income. Someone else tells us how much we're going to earn, when we're going to earn it, what increase we're going to get, whether we get a bonus or not, and one day whether we are fired or retrenched or not. Someone else tells us that. We sit on the sidelines, we do our jobs, but we have no control over that income that comes through to us. Now, this is more important and more pertinent in the South African context than anywhere else. Right now, we've got about 30 to 35,000 people a month that are losing their jobs. 35,000 a month as our economy continues to shrink. 433,000 people unemployed in the first 6 months of this year. Folks, this means that your ability to control your income is of paramount importance right now. Absolute paramount importance, because you are in a queue towards unemployment. People don't like it when I say that, but it's the truth. More and more people in South Africa are becoming unemployed, which means the queue that you're in is getting shorter. It's coming to you. You're next on the list. What do you do then to create income in your life? This is a question every South African should be asking themselves right now. In addition, we know that our economy is very up and down. Nedbank released their economic report yesterday, and I had the pleasure of spending an hour reading it with my box of tissues. As I saw what is happening in our economy. It is a complete disaster. And it means that we as South Africans are going to have to change the way we think about creating income, because the old-fashioned ways are not going to work. And a lot of people in denial. I would say probably 80% of the workforce is in denial. What they believe they need is another job or a good job, or need to continue striving in their career. Guys, that's over. It's over. I don't say that as a marketing ploy. Reading the report yesterday, I realized again, traditional employment is not going to last the next century. It's gone. We have to change the way we think about earning. And that is what we want to do here at DuePoint. If we can give you a tool that you can control, that you create not here today, gone tomorrow income, but reliable, recurring, stable income with, well, then you can start changing your personal economy. Some of the things you can do is get rid of the debt that you've got in your lives. You've got plenty debt. The average South African, 289,000 rands worth of debt. Get rid of it. Use this tool to get rid of it. You can start increasing your earnings from what you're currently earning, and you're going to keep your jobs for sure, but you add this earnings to those jobs. Increase your earnings to a point where you can live a decent life, and ultimately we hope that you can start increasing that earnings to a point where you can start aspiring to do greater things again. That's something that we've also lost as South Africans. We don't have any aspiration anymore. We just survive day to day. And it's one of the things that we struggle with the most at DuePoint is getting people to look beyond today. We put the DuePoint system in front of them and they go, no, but this won't make me rich straight away. And we go, no, of course not, but it will make you and could make you rich into the future. And people are so desperate to survive right now, they can't see the value of it. We have to change that. That's what we're hoping to do with our primary drive and objective here at DuePoint. The second objective that we have, of course, is that we're creating a different kind of financial services company here. We're creating a company that plugs its customers right into the heart of us, into the heart of our business 24 hours a day. We want to communicate with you every day. We want to train you, help you, show you this industry, get you involved without you having to be involved, without you having to comply with the regulations that surround this industry and make it impossible for the average South African to break in. We've opened a window, and through that window you can now look without having to participate and see how this industry works. Those two objectives put together create what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is really simple. What it does is allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you're given one task. It's not selling, it's not presenting, it's not advising, and it's definitely not advertising. You're given one task. The task of simply connecting people to DuePoint. If you connect people to DuePoint, you create market penetration for us. Where there's market penetration, we have new channels into which we can distribute our products. When we do that, we create revenue, and when we create revenue, we create for you that recurring extra income that I've been talking about. Now, it's recurring because we don't sell consumable goods here. We don't sell creams or drinks or pills or any of that. That's not what we do here. DuePoint sells financial services and lifestyle products. Those are products that run on automated debit order systems and are there for life. You can have these products until your last breath, which means that every month that the debit orders run is every month that your income comes in. And that's despite your own personal circumstances. If you've got a very busy month and you can't do anything, doesn't matter. The income you have created pays again in that month. If you are sick and in hospital and can't do anything, the income you had created before that point is now there to pay when you cannot work anymore. This is proper financial freedom that we create here. That is the cornerstone of the DuePoint system. We did not want to create another one of these things where, oh, I used to earn a bit of this and I used to earn it. That's not what we've created. We've created something that has this reliable, stable income that comes in. The second layer of our system is that we wanted to help you leverage the little bit of time that you have. The number one objection to joining DuePoint is, I don't have time for this. Well, congratulations, you're now part of the biggest club in the country of I don't have time for this. Everybody doesn't have time. Nobody has time. All of us are in jobs that take 60, 80, 100 hours a week of our time. But we do have a little bit of time. And if we could leverage the little bits of times of many other people, we would have a lot of time to work towards creating and changing our economic future. And we've built that into our system here. Now, what's very important to note, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is not an employment opportunity. We don't recruit people here. We don't sponsor people. You do not become a member of our staff. You're not the latest or newest advisor of DuePoint when you join us. No. This is an independent contract. We simply put a tool in your hands. And we say, here's the tool. Go and use the tool. Go and use it. You can use it as much as you like or as little as you like. You don't even have to use the tool. I'm never going to call you up for a staff meeting. This is not an employment contract. You are completely independent of us here at DuePoint. Now, importantly too, is that there is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer. There is no cost whatsoever in becoming a wealth engineer, so no startup cost, no starter kit, no starter manual that you have to buy. There is no monthly fee, business fee, admin fee, sales fee, whatever. There's none of that. There is no premium for being a wealth engineer. We don't even charge you for application forms. By being a DuePoint product owner, you're automatically a wealth engineer. We have added no cost to the DuePoint system for you as a potential wealth engineer of ours here. So tomorrow if you wake up and you go, I don't want to do this, it doesn't matter. You have lost no money. You can become a wealth engineer today, no money having parted from your hands, start building your channel of distribution for us without having lost a single cent. This is critically important to understand given the context of our economy, where every time someone from somewhere comes along, you've got to pay before you can even get started. That's not the case with the DuePoint system at all. It also does not require any qualification or experience. Again, you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not representatives of ours. You do not sell, advise, advertise. You don't do any of this. We have opened a window for you to see the mechanics and the workings of what is happening behind where we're doing it, and you don't have to get involved from that level. You simply have to connect individuals to us. You are building an asset by doing this. Because you create channels of distribution for us that create recurring income, you have something now that is yours that can be priced. And anything that can be priced can be sold. And not only can it be sold, it will be passed on to your children. One day when you pass away, the income that you have created in your lifetime will be handed to them, and they will continue to earn it. They can then also choose, if they wish, to build further this channel of distribution that you started in your lifetime. This is how we at DuePoint are hoping to create generational legacy. In South Africa, we don't do that. When we die, our children don't get anything from us other than maybe debt. Okay? That's what we give them. They don't get an asset that they can build further or can earn from. But with DuePoint, that is what we're hoping to change here with our channels of distribution. This is a system of convenience. We all know the reasons why you don't want to do direct selling. I don't want to do direct selling. Firstly, I don't want to embarrass myself by having to try and sell things that are not great but are meant to be great to friends and family members. That does not occur here anymore. You do no selling. That's our task. You are free from it completely. And that's a big switch that you've got to flick in your heads. People keep thinking, no, I've got to try and sell DuePoint. No, you don't have to sell, you don't have to convince. That's what we do at DuePoint. Your task is simply to connect. I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. You don't have to present. There are only two presenters here, Rob and I. We're the only two people that present the DuePoint system. And I'm going to demonstrate to you now why you never have to herd your friends into a room for this new business opportunity that they've got to watch on TV. That doesn't happen in the DuePoint system. You're freed from that as well. Every aspect of our system has been designed for your convenience. So how do we do it? You've got to connect people to us. There's 4 ways to connect people to us. The first way is by picking up one of our USB sticks at our information counter. It's 170 Rand. It's got our presentation on it. Anywhere you are, where you've got a smart TV or a computer or a laptop, you plug the USB stick in, and there we are giving the presentation. The second way is if you're in Gauteng and you can get people to our presentation room like you guys are here this morning. If you can get here Monday to Saturday, we run presentations out of here. Evenings, lunchtimes, mornings, anytime you can come through and we will present to people during our scheduled presentations for you. Okay. The third way, the number one way of connecting people to DuePoint, your number one way, is through our YouTube channel. You go to DuePoint channel and you will find every single presentation DuePoint has ever made on that channel. You can go pick your favorite one from 2 years ago. If you like that one better than today's, go and get that one. And whenever you've got somebody around you, you have one thing to say to them. Do you require extra income? Yes, click. That's all you do. There's no convincing. There's no talking about the products. Yeah, but is this one of those things? Shush, click. That's what you do. And we do the presentation for you. That is the entire extent of your task, is to get people to watch our presentations. And you can do it live or you can do it on our YouTube channel. But our YouTube channel frees you because 24 hours a day, anywhere in the country, you have us ready to give the DuePoint presentation to anybody that you want to connect to DuePoint. It is your number one freedom. Use that channel as your number one point of contact. Then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live streams. Every one of our scheduled presentations is streamed live across the country every day, Monday through Saturday. If you know we're going live, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, it pings on your phone when we go live, and you can gather your acquaintances around you, and if you've got a screen with an internet connection, there we are live in living color for you to connect people to us with. 4 ways. That's all you have to do. As you do that, some of the people you're going to connect, not all of them, but some of the people you're going to connect to us are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do and are going to want to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. These people go out and do the same thing. They connect people to DuePoint. Some of the people they connect will want to become wealth engineers. And again, we allocate them to you. And this continues over and over again. It's like a stone that you start rolling down a hill. As people get out there talking about, you have more and more people connecting people to DuePoint. With a channel of distribution that you have now created for us, we as DuePoint come along and we distribute our products into this channel, into this market penetration, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. We used to say this because we thought we needed to legitimize ourselves. We have discovered subsequently that we actually have to use it as a warning to you, because everybody in South Africa is looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a frightening reality. You know, the regulators are like, oh, we can't have get-rich-quick schemes here, but everybody in South Africa wants a get-rich-quick scheme because we're so desperate. Our economy is so bad, and we earn so little that we're desperate to earn quickly. Folks, genuine, stable, recurring, lifetime income cannot be created quickly. It cannot be. It has to be created systematically, just like your careers, just like starting a new business. If you'd started a new business, none of you would have expected to be rich overnight. But what you would have known with your career and with starting a business is that over time you create something of real value. Genuine value is what we create here at DuePoint. And so this is not a scheme or a scam or some fast way of changing your life. It is a way of permanently changing your life. That's what we do at DuePoint, permanent change. Now, how do you do that? Well, there is a price to pay. It's not financial. We don't do the financial thing here. You don't have to pay to become a wealth engineer. What you are going to pay is with your time. Time, thought, energy, and perseverance is what is required to change your life forever with the DuePoint system. Now, those who put that in are going to be rewarded in 2 ways. I can already see half of you tuned out. What? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme? Forget it. I'm not putting in any more time and energy. I have a full-time job. Folks, unfortunately, that's the reality. We're going to have to put in the time. Now, if you do, you're rewarded in 2 ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every time someone in your channel makes a product payment via debit order in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So, for instance, you go out, you talk to a couple of your friends. Some of them become wealth engineers. They pay for their product. You get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's R55. This is not 1990s numbers. It's not R1.50 or R5.50 or R12.26. It's material. It's significant. It's R55 for every product payment that is successfully made in your channel on your first point. Then these few folk, they go out, they chat to a few more people. Some of them become wealth engineers. They pay for their product. And again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's R55. R55 every month for every product. Now, for those of you who put the time and effort in, you'll go beyond this. You'll start pushing harder and longer, putting the time into constructing a channel of distribution for DuePoint that goes beyond your second point. Where you do that, you earn on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But there is no limit to your potential at DuePoint. From the 8th point on, you always get 4% of R27.50 where you qualify to earn. So, for instance, if you built a channel that was 20 points big, from the 8th point to the 20th point where you qualify to earn, you're going to get 4% of R27.50. Hand it over to your children. They build a channel, they take your channel and they extend it to 50 points over their lifetime. As long as they qualify to earn, they will get 4% of R27.50 from the 8th point to the 50th point. You want to understand how to qualify to earn? Go to our YouTube channel. There's a 6-minute video explaining the entire system. That's how complicated it is. It took me a whole 6 minutes to explain the whole system on how to qualify to earn a DuePoint. It's very simple. The simplest system in the country that we understand at the moment. This translates into the change of your future economic position. How much? What does it do? People ask me the whole time, how much will I earn if? Folks, I don't know. It's going to depend completely on you. Remember, you have the tool now. You've got the tool. You create the income by your own choices and decisions that you make every day. Some of you are going to choose to grow quickly. Some of you are going to choose to grow slowly. Some of you, 80% of you, are going to do nothing. I don't know why. None of us are going to put anything in the way to stop you, but you will choose not to do anything. Maybe in time I can reconvince you later. But I know that the tool will be in your hand, you will walk out with it, and you'll drop it in the bin on the parking lot on the way out. That's what you got, 80%. 20% of you, however, will change everything about your future. But we asked ourselves, conservatively and realistically, what kind of milestones could we give someone who was committed to the long term of building a channel with us? So we came up, having looked at 2 decades of data we had collected, with a growth formula we call 3+2. It says in your first month with us, you put just 3 people in. An entire month to find 3 people. We kind of feel like we were quite conservative. Then every month thereafter, you put 2 people in. That's where the perseverance is going to come in. You've got to put 2 people in. You have to put 2 people on your first point every month going forwards. That's only 1 person every 2 weeks. It is not a big ask. But it means that when it's Christmas, you still have to put 2 people in. When it's your birthday month, you still have to put 2 people in. You've got to be doing it every single month on your first point, and then working with your guys to do the same thing. And we applied all sorts of maths to it. Lapses, cancellation rates, people not doing 3+2. And we said, if you can do this over time, these are reasonable and conservative milestones we believe that you can achieve. If you do it for 6 months, we reckon you'll be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand a month, 2 people a month on your top point. 2 people a month, working with your guys, working with your guys. Some of you are saying, that's rubbish. I'm not working for 6 months for 2,500 Rand. Others of you are going, sure, but that's already changed my life. Imagine an extra 2,500. None of you quitting your jobs today. That would be ridiculous. This is extra. You add it on to the life. 30,000 Rand extra a year that you've created in 6 months of doing basically nothing with us. 2 people a month. It's basically nothing. If you could survive a year with us, if you can do 12 months with us, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be earning around 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. So that's this time next year, 29 days to go to the end of November next year. You can reasonably expect to be earning around 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand a year. Now, I can pretty much stop the presentation there. If we were able to give everybody in South Africa an extra 10,000 Rand a month, Nedbank's economic report on South Africa would be very, very different. Very different. You know already an extra 10 grand would change everything in your life. Everything about your life would be different with an extra 10,000 Rand. Can you commit a year to earning an extra 10,000 Rand, 120,000 Rand a year? Now this is a difficult question because, as I said to you, we don't do well with long term in South Africa. We focus on the short term. No, I need the 10 grand now. Well, unfortunately, no one can give you the 10 grand now, other than these guys that come in offshore and promise you and then take your money and you get nothing. You actually go backwards. Okay. This is 12 months of a little bit of commitment, but of a lot of persistency and perseverance that results in an extra 10,000 Rand a month. That's a decision you're going to have to make, and you're going to have to make it every single morning going forward until that 10 grand is a reality in your pocket. Now, if you can do the first 10, I think you can do the next 10. If you can last 2 years with us, 24 months, that's all it is, 2 years, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be earning around 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. 360,000 Rand a year. That's more than most of you are earning now. That's more than most of you have ever earned in a single month. 30,000 Rand, consistently, reliably, stably, 30,000 Rand, 2 years of commitment. Can you commit to 3 years? 3 years is about 45 to 50,000 Rand a month, 600,000 Rand a year. 4 years is about 60 to 65,000 Rand. That's 720,000 Rand a year. That's more than most people aspire to earn. And then if you can do 5 years, that's half a decade, 60 months. It's not 3 months, it's not 3 weeks, it's not the first 5 days, it's 5 years. If you can do half a decade with us, you can reasonably expect to be earning around 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. R1 million a year. All right, now I'll ask the question, Because there's always a skeptic. There's always a skeptic in the room. How many years have you spent in your own employment? How many years have you spent in your own employment? 5, 10, 15, 20 years? Yeah, 30 years, yeah. How many of you have got to 100,000 Rand a month? 60,000 Rand a month? 30,000? And yet, and this is where my great frustration comes in. I talk to people who need the extra income. And they say, I'm not going to do this because it doesn't smell like a job. It smells like something I don't understand. And I go, are you kidding me? I have people who are unemployed, have recently become unemployed, and I go, we can get you up and running again. Get stuck in, let's do this. And I go, no, Brendan, what I need is a job. A job. You mean that thing that you go to from Monday to Friday that takes 60, 80, 100 hours of your time every week and keeps you poor? Does it not? There is 0.5% of South Africans that have got wealthy off of their employment. 0.5%. Go and do the research, you'll see them. The other 99.5% earn less than they need to survive. That means your job keeps you poor. Now, we don't ask you to quit your jobs. Yeah, that would be ridiculous. That's not what we're asking. What I'm saying is that you've got to start considering a different way of earning. Because that way doesn't work anymore. It's not working in South Africa. It's not working anywhere in the world right now. We have to start transitioning. And yes, it's going to take years of your time to come around. But what is 5 years in the big scheme of things? Hey? How quickly will 5 years pass? You'll look back on it like a blink in the eye. Do you remember the Soccer World Cup? 8 years ago. Can you believe it was 8 years ago? Doesn't feel like 8 years ago to me. Doesn't feel like 8 years ago. It was 8 years ago. So it's just unbelievable how fast time can pass. So looking at this and going, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, and therefore I won't do it, is ridiculous. We have got to look at this and say we're changing. From this moment forward, do you think that it stops here? It doesn't stop here. This is 5 years to get here. But if you did stop there, can you imagine reliably earning this income into your future? How different does your future look? You've got to ask that question. Now, folks, if you do nothing for the next 5 years, this equals 0 Rand. That's what it equals. Because this is not one of those, hey, give me your 50,000 Rand, I will guarantee you. No, 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 no. This is a work-based system. You've got to work to get there. But if you do, think about how different life looks. So let's look at a couple guys on the ground. As I said to you, 80% of people take the tool, throw it in the bin on the way out. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't show you them. Just look around you. 8 out of 10 people in the room. No? There you go. But the 20% we can show you. 20% of people will pick up the tool and start working. We show you a different batch every single month. You can watch their videos on YouTube. This month we've got Joe. Joe joined us 5 months ago. 5 months ago. Huh? And in 5 months, him and his wife have built a channel worth 9,700 Rand. I said it would take 6 months to get to 2,500 Rand. I still think that those are realistic goals. I think you should use them as milestones. But he said, no thanks, I'd like to use this tool. He's got a full-time job. A full-time job. And he said, no, I've got to get into something that's going to de-risk my future. Something that will change the outcome. And so he built a channel worth 9,700 Rand in 5 months with us. Then we got Shadrach. Shadrach, you can see he's a player. You can see he's a hustler. He comes out of the KZN, Madadeni. I didn't know there was anything in Madadeni, but that's where he is. And he's taken that nothing and he's turned it into a pot of gold. He's been with us for about 6 months now. And in 6 months, he's created a channel worth nearly 13,000 Rand. 13,000. I said it would take a year to get to 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. In 6 months, he's got to 13. We've got Nompilo from the retirement village of South Africa, Port Shepstone. Hey? If you think you can't do this business in Gauteng, then I don't even want to talk to you. Nompilo is making it move down in Port Shepstone, KZN. For those of you who think that you can't build a business because you can't get to our offices, I just showed you 2 people who've built successful channels without ever having to be in. Nompilo has never been to our head office. Not ever, not once. All of our tools are online. She live streams. She uses our YouTube channel. And she has built a channel worth 15,000 Rand in 5 months. 5 months. Now, let's not get too confused. Well, I'm going to do one more before I make this statement. Here's Zongaziwe. All right? Kwamashu, KZN. She's been with us for 5 months. And she has created a channel worth 25,000 Rand a month. 25,000 Rand in 5 months. Now, the mistake that people make is they get super excited now in this presentation. They go, I'm the next one. Watch me, 5 months, I'm going to be on 25,000 Rand. Folks, it's very unlikely that you were going to be able to replicate what Songaziwe does. She was unemployed, and she committed 8 hours a day to doing this task. If you've got 8 hours a day to do this, then yes, in 5 months' time you will be on there. But if you've only got 1 hour a day, it's going to take you 5 years. Or it won't. It'll take you 2 years to get there. Okay? If you've only got an hour a day. Do not get 5 months down and go, how come I'm not on 25,000 Rand? I quit. That's not how the system works. It depends on how much time and effort you put in. If you can only put a little bit in, do not expect to get to these numbers. But it is great to show you what the potential of this tool is. This is an exercise in potential. You have unlimited potential at DuePoint. The more you put in, the more it will put out. Folks, go to YouTube. Look at the testimonies. There must be 70 testimonies on a YouTube channel now. People earning $700 a month, $3,000 a month, $8,000 a month, $68,000 a month. They're all on the channel. Go and see how they've used this tool to change their lives. Folks, we've got the second way that you earn. It's our training program. Our training program is called our XP Rewards program. It's designed to take you from beginner to expert. Second reason for not doing DuePoint, I don't know how to do this. Good news. We train you how to do it. Scratch that excuse off the list. We take you by the hand and we lead you through a series of steps and programs that get you from beginner to expert in this system. We give you XP points every time you complete them. These are called experience points. They're not worth rands and cents. They're simply a measure of your experience with us. As you gain experience, naturally your channel grows. And when you meet the 2 criteria in our training program, we rank you up. And when we rank you up, we reward you. Best training program in the country. Just think about the training that your business lasted with you. You've got a plastic name tag and a pen and a pad. Now, that's not what happens in our training program. As you rank up, we start by giving you a little bit of cash because that's what you need. As you get a little bit bigger and a little bit more serious in it, so does the cash that we give you and reward you with. Then, as you get to rank 5, we start to reward you with tools that we know will help you accelerate the growth of your channel. At rank 5, we give you an imported lightning memory stick from America. It plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, and it is filled with our presentations, tools, downloads, testimonies, everything you need to connect individuals to DuePoint with. At rank 7, we give you an imported set of business cards worth 12,500 Rand. Gold gilded, gold printed, custom made for you. It takes 6 weeks and 3 separate printing companies to get them to you. When you give people these cards, they're going to want to know who DuePoint is and what you do for them. If you want to see a set of these, you can either catch one of these guys outside or you can go and take a look in our glass cabinet afterwards. Take your sunglasses with you. At rank 9, as you have worked your way up from your current position of rank 0 all the way up to rank 9, we take you and your family away every year for the rest of your life, as long as you maintain your channel size, on a 1-week, 5-star, all expenses paid business class trip. Every year for the rest of your life. You have to maintain your channel size with us. And we have created a new problem for you. You have to explain to your boss how you're affording it. You have to explain to your boss where you need to leave. All that, it's new problems we've created for you. But every year for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away. We don't go to the Aventura Resort outside Bloemfontein. We go to very serious places because you've worked hard. Now, what's quite interesting is when you hit rank 9, and many people focus on rank 9, the only reason I'm at DuePoint is for rank 9. No, folks. The reason you're at DuePoint is to create economic freedom for the long term. That's what you're doing here. As a cherry on the cake, we take you away on holiday once a year. By the time you go rank 9, you not only have this trip, but you have enough income to create economic freedom in your life. That's the reason why you go. Nonetheless, we are going, and we're going this year, December, over New Year's Eve. So not like some armpit end of the year where prices are cheap and it's freezing cold. No, we're going at the best time of the year to one of the finest hotels this year on the island of Mauritius. Next year we'll probably go somewhere else. But because you can't make it, or can you? I don't know. That's a decision you'll have to make. Hey, book my ticket. People are always telling me. But because it's unlikely you'll make it, come on, prove me wrong now. Don't look at me like I'm telling the truth here. Because it's unlikely, I want to show you where we're going. So here's actual footage of where we're going at the end of this year.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the power sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace. Cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
I sure hope I get to go. It looks like it should be worth it. It looks like that's the actual hotel that we're going to. It's absolutely going to be amazing. We've got 2 business class planes full of people coming. So again, people think that this is all marketing. It's not marketing. I've got plenty people that are coming with us. Will you be on the next plane with us? Now, the wonderful thing about the DuePoint system is it's an accumulating system. So what you do between now and the next 60 days to the end of this year and beginning of next year is what you start on next year. You don't start at naught, at nil on the 1st of January every year and have to try and re-qualify. That's not the way it works. As you grow at DuePoint, you accumulate each year that passes. So maybe you don't have time to do this like Zongaziwe and Joseph and Shadrach. Maybe you don't have that level of time and it takes you 3 years to go to rank 9. It doesn't matter. You will ultimately go to rank 9 as long as you persevere. And from that point forward, you are in and you come away with us as long as you maintain your channel size. So the decision making is long-term decision making that you're going to have to make. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded, it's not rented from us, it's not financed through us, and we don't give it to you and take it away. It's yours, okay? It's your car, and we hope that in it you will see and find your freedom. Folks, as part of our training program, we run what are called monthly wealth quests. Wealth quests are small training programs. They're normally designed so that everybody can achieve them, and everybody who does complete the criteria of these training programs is rewarded with tools every month. And every month the tools are different. Some months it's an iPad, iPhone, smart TVs, data and Wi-Fi routers, cash, all the things you need to build this business. Every month there's a different one available, so you can actually create an entire toolkit for yourself as you complete these wealth quests. This month's wealth quest, folks, is called the Come Fly With Me. We're wanting our wealth engineers who are serious about this business to start working with others in their channel to get serious about this business. So what do you got to do this month in order to get yourself a smart LED TV? People always tell me, how big is it? How big is it? So I always tell it's just a little one like this. That's all it is. No, it's a big one. The box will be like this. All right, when you take it out. Folks, what you've got to do this month, you've got to find somebody put them in your channel, get them qualified. Then you've got to take one of your existing first pointers and you've got to get them to rank up. Go to the terms and conditions, go and read about it, find out what you need to do. If you can do those 2 tasks, just 2 tasks, rank up one of your existing qualified wealth engineers and get a new qualified wealth engineer on your channel. If you can do that, you will not only have increased your earnings quite dramatically, opened a new point in your channel, etc., etc., you will walk away with a smart TV, LED TV at the end of this month. So don't look all confused at me. Where do you find the details of these wealth quests? You can find them on your app, Wealth Quest at the bottom. You go to rewards at the bottom of your app, and then you'll see it right at the top, and you can open it up. It'll give you a nice summary, and you can click read more, and it'll take you to the entire list of details around it. But folks, this is a great one. Get cracking. I've had some people say, but what about new people? Wealth quests are not always for new people. Wealth quests are for people who are serious about this business, serious about going the long haul. Wealth quests are used for all sorts of things. This month is to train our dedicated wealth engineers to get serious about growing their channels. Folks, people say to me, Brendan, where do you get all the money to pay for this? Where do you get all the money? Well, it's quite simple. In the traditional space of insurance and banking, we spend hundreds of millions a year advertising to you. TVs, billboards, radios, bathrooms, taxis, you name it, we've got adverts on it. Hundreds of millions spent. We take that money, we reverse engineer the cost of it into your product monthly payments, your banking fees, your funeral cover, your life cover, your car cover, your household insurance cover. 30 to 50% of it includes next month's marketing cost. We've done exactly the same thing here at DuePoint. At DuePoint, instead of advertising, we use you. You go out, you penetrate the market, and you connect individuals to us. And as a result, all that money I would have spent on SABC, DSTV, Cheetah billboards, all of those guys, is now available to you and your channel. You can come and chat to me in more detail afterwards if you like, but that's the basics of it. We now come along as DuePoint. We do, not you. And we facilitate the purchase of 3 products in your channel. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan costs 299 Rand a month. And for that 299 Rand, you get 2 independent products. The first one is your very own tax-free investment account. This investment account is a no-notice, no-restriction period investment account, which means that whatever monies you put in there is immediately available to you. You can take it out without any waiting periods or penalty costs. We take 100 Rand of that 299 and we put it every month into your investment account, and it's yours. You can draw it. Now, folks, this is not a savings account, and there seems to be a lot of confusion on it. We're not a bank, and we don't want to be a bank. This is an investment account. That 100 Rand goes into the stock exchange and purchases shares, and you are now a shareholder in the South African economy. And your money will move up or down with the market. But if you go and do some research, you will see how the Satrix has moved over the last 50 years. And that's why we felt it was a far more powerful mechanic that we could use for our wealth engineers. Go and read up all about it on our website. Make sure you understand what it is. For the remaining 199 Rand, you get an additional 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover from us. 2 products that you get for 299 Rand, of which 100 Rand is in your investment account available for you. Folks, if you pass away from an accident, your beneficiaries will get your investment value and 110,000 Rand. Our next product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 274 Rand, and for the 274 Rand, you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no deferred benefit periods. You pay your first premium, you're undercover. No medical examinations or declarations, and no maximum age limits. You can have this product until your last breath here at DuePoint. This is not funeral cover, it's not life cover. We do not cover illness or natural causes. We only cover accident cover. Now, why? Because if we did the other, we'd be flying in the face of our number one objective. Our number one objective is to create income in the hands of South Africans. Do you remember? Reliable and stable income. Now, if we include illness or natural causes in any of our products, half of the people that you're going to bring here, we are not going to be able to underwrite. They're going to have STDs, cancer, hypertension, AIDS, who knows? And we're going to say, I'm sorry, we can't cover them. And that means half the people you bring here, you're not going to be able to put into your channel and create your income. Now, because we cover accident cover, every single South African can become a wealth engineer and can become part of your business here at DuePoint, our primary objective. Our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 274 Rand to be a member. As a member of our club, you get access to all of the suppliers that we have negotiated corporate rates, prices, discounts, account managers, and packages with. We have strings of suppliers. We're always adding suppliers to our list as well. And the price doesn't go up. You pay $274 and you've got this growing list of suppliers. In those suppliers, we've got groceries, travel, motor vehicles, gifts, appliances. All the things you're going to spend money on is in there. Some suppliers give us great discounts. Other suppliers give us corporate account managers that go and seek the best prices and packages for us. A whole range of value that you get for 274 Rand a month. I love this product. It's our non-financial, non-insurance product. We think it's one of our best offerings here at DuePoint. So folks, that's DuePoint. You survived it, start to finish. Now it's a decision. It's a decision about whether you're willing to start changing the way you think about generating income. Yes, there is a price. The price is going to be your time. Are you willing to put time in to change your future completely with us? This is not here today, gone tomorrow stuff. We're not a business that's flown in from China that's going to fly back out once we've collected all your money. No, this is a nearly 70-year-old insurance company. We want you to be part of this process that we're in as we do this thing with DuePoint. If you want to become a wealth engineer today, folks, it's very simple. Take your iPad, your iPhone, or your smartphone, hook up into our free Wi-Fi, go to our website, dewpoint.net. That's where we exist. This isn't actually where we exist. We exist online. Go to dewpoint.net, click apply. Complete the form. Without a cent leaving your pockets today, you're going to become a wealth engineer. We'll send you a W number. That's the birth of your channel. That W number is your asset. It can either be completely worthless or you can make it magnificent. You're going to decide what you do with it. If you're serious, we've got all the tools for you. You can get the tools at our information counter afterwards, or you can order them at info@dewpoint.net. Get the USB stick with our presentation on it, $170. You've got it in your pocket, anywhere, anytime. Plug it in, then we're doing the presentation for you. Get the power block. The power block will charge your phones. We'll keep them alive while you're filling the application form out. Every day, somebody comes and asks us for a charger. Get the power block, okay? And it's a great conversation starter. Get your own custom business cards. They're not 12,500 Rand. These are far more reasonable. But they are beautiful and custom made for you, a powerful tool in the building of channels. And we've got all the rest. Go and look in our cabinet. Prices are on the counter. Get the tools. This is not a profit center for us. This is equipping our wealth engineers to do the task they have for us here at DuePoint. Folks, I've said it earlier, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Everything that we do is on YouTube. Everything. Make sure you subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and you will be pinged the moment we go live every day. Your phone will beep every time we upload a video. Download our free app onto your smartphone and tablet. Use our Wi-Fi. Get it on right now. It plugs you straight into your channel in real time. In real time, you can see what's going on. Your training is there. Your personal documentation and details there. Folks, like I said, your training, do the training, understand it. And all the tools that you need to do this business are on that app. Make sure you get it. Once you've downloaded the app, your name will appear in the top left-hand corner. Click your name. Your profile section will load up. Click the little picture at the top here. Take your picture. Nice picture. Not one of these posy type ones. Not one of the kids and the dogs and the family in the background. I want to see your neck and your head. That's it. If you put a profile picture into your app, you immediately get 1,000 XP. That 1,000 XP is what you need for rank 1. Now you just got to grow, and we'll rank you up to rank 1. Okay? Go out, put it on, take your profile pic, get plugged into our system. Folks, people get super excited about DuePoint, and they do a few mistakes right out the gates. We're trying to fix that process. We've got a code of conduct. Read the code of conduct, understand what you can and can't do. But if you don't remember anything, just remember these 5 things. Firstly, do not become a wealth engineer if you cannot afford to be one. Now, there are costs involved. Data is a cost that's involved. We're online. There's no paper brochures. There's no paper application forms. There's no gazebos. Okay? This is all online. If you can't afford the cost of doing this business, don't become a wealth engineer. 2, don't become a wealth engineer if you don't have access to the internet. This business is fully online. Don't go and sign up your granny in KZN who's never seen a computer in her life. She cannot build your business for you. Okay? Find the right quality individuals who are plugged into the internet, have smartphones, can fill out the application form. These are the people that will grow your business with us. And then don't become a wealth engineer if you struggle with transport. If you can't move, you can't connect. And this business is about connecting people. You're going to need to be able to move. All right. Now, if you can do all of that and you do become a wealth engineer, the number one thing I don't want you to do is fill the application form out on behalf of someone else. It's a criminal offense. It is an act of fraud to complete our application form on behalf of someone else. In our application form, as you'll see today, you're going to sign off that you agree to the terms and conditions of being a wealth engineer. You're going to agree to the terms and conditions of our products. You're going to give me authority to raise debit orders against your bank account. You cannot do that on behalf of someone else. It's a criminal offense. I don't want you to do that. Everyone must fill their own application form out for themselves. And then, folks, don't add any direct family members to your channel. If you live in a house with your husband, the two of you must work together under one W number. If your kids and granny and auntie and they live in the house with you, they must start their own channels under the person who introduced you to DuePoint. If they live in other houses miles away in different provinces, then they can be part of your channel. Okay. And then number 4, don't start your own DuePoint Facebook page. You are absolutely allowed to use your own personal Facebook page to engage with people with DuePoint. But do not run out of here today. Do not run out of wherever you're watching live from today and start DuePoint in Mpumalanga, DuePoint Gauteng, DuePoint Wealth Engineers, DuePoint Help Desk, DuePoint Information. All right? It is illegal. You've already broken laws you don't even know about to do it. And it's in breach of your code of conduct with us. Okay. Use your personal Facebook page to engage with people. Don't ever advertise DuePoint's products or DuePoint system anywhere. You don't need to. I've freed you from that task. One simple thing. Just connect people to DuePoint. And then lastly, folks, don't send people to DuePoint and expect us to look after them. We won't. The people you want to connect into your channel, the people you need to take care of. Look after them, connect them. Don't broadcast your W number out into the ethos and hope people will sign up. They won't. This is a face-to-face business about relationship and connection. Go out and get people connected. But I know you guys are going to do great. I just want you to remember those 5 things. This is an exciting business. We're seeing amazing things happening around South Africa right now. You've picked a good week to come as well. On Thursday night, this Thursday at 6:30, we're holding what we call our Throwdown Thursday. We only hold it once every 3 months. It is a fantastic opportunity for us to deal with the difficulties around network marketing and direct selling. People have got objections. People don't understand this business. People have got stigmas. People have read things in papers and believe the wrong things. Well, on this particular evening, we tackle that in way more detail than I have with you today. It is a great evening to bring difficult people to. A great evening. If you've got difficult, like your dad will be difficult. Your uncle will be difficult. This is the night you bring him to. And this particular Thursday, we've got a very special guest coming and joining us. He's been in the industry for decades, knows it inside out, and he's going to be talking with me on Thursday night. It is also our last Throwdown Thursday for the year. So you really want to be here. Book your ticket. You don't have to pay. They're all free. So one of these, 2,500 Rand for training? No, it's free. Just book your space here. Use your app. Go to events, book your ticket, or go to the website and book your ticket so you don't have a space. It's going to be packed here. And if you can't come, tune in live, 6:30 on Thursday. It's going to be probably one of our biggest events of November. It's going to be amazing to have our guest here with us. Make sure you capitalize on it. Wealth Engineers, make sure this place is full, and it's filled with people in your channel or who you want to be in your channel this Thursday. Folks, we're very serious about what we're doing here at DuePoint. You can see it. We want the last 29 days of this year to be magnificent. For us, yes, but for you too. This is your last chance to create an earning before Christmas. Remember, we pay on about the 17th or 18th of each month. 17th or 18th of December, you will be paid for the channel development, for the product payments in your channel for the month of November. That's 7 days before Christmas. How great would it be to get that SMS on your phone to say that you've had money come in rather than go out a week before Christmas this year? We have to make November massive. For all of our sakes, we want November to be massive. Do not weaken because we've only got 29 days to December. Don't weaken. Let's stay strong. We'll rest in December, but let's make November our best month yet, for you personally and for DuePoint. Guys, if you've got any questions or concerns, come and talk to me afterwards, or to my staff or to the person who brought you here today. Don't walk out of here without your questions answered. All right. Guys, I'm going to see you outside. Thank you very much, and thank you to all of you who've tuned in live today.